and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to take you through the kind of mindset that you should build when you're preparing for your PMP exam. And this video is focusing more on the agile mindset that you should have when you go through the PMP exam. So I'm going to use this agile practice book, which I suggest you should always have it. You can also download it from the PMI website. It's going to help you to understand purely on agile methodology. So this kind of mindset is going to help you to eliminate a lot of answers or wrong answers in the PM exam, and then you can also use them also to select the correct answer. So practice question number 11. A senior manager wants the project manager to assign all tasks directly because self-organizing looks uncontrolled. What is the best response here? Okay. So what is the best response? What is our problem statement? We have a senior manager who wants the project manager to assign all tasks directly because they are saying self-organizing looks uncontrolled. Okay, that's the problem. So let's go through the answers now. Agree and remove the team autonomy. One of the principles of agile methodology or mindset is to have team autonomy. So if you remove it, then it makes this incorrect answer. Explain that agile teams self-organize with clear goals, roles, and also constraints. This makes sense, explaining to the senior manager here, because it's the one who wants that assignment, right? C, ask the team to stop collaborating. Collaboration is very important in every agile environment. So once you ask the team to stop that, it makes this one an incorrect answer. Move all decisions to steering committee. In an agile environment, most of the decisions, they are actually done by the team. That is why they're self-organizing. So we don't make this a correct answer. So the best answer here is B, okay? You need to explain that agile teams, they are self-organizing with clear goals, roles, and also constraints to the senior manager, because it's the one who is saying it might end up being uncontrolled. So what is our reference in our agile practice guide, right? Team composition and servant leadership, which is page 33 to page 42. What does it say? The guide connects agile success to empowered teams, servant leader, and also appropriate team structure. So what the senior manager is asking for here is like you're working in a predictive environment. So what is the best mindset that has to be applied here? Empowerment requires clarity, okay, not chaos, which is very important. This is a very important mindset. You require clarity, not chaos. Then B is the best answer because agile leadership creates conditions for ownership while maintaining also alignment, making B the best answer in this scenario. Practice question number 12. A distributed agile team is losing time because members wait for formal email approvals before resolving small issues. What should be improved? So we need to improve something here. What is our problem statement? A distributed agile team, okay, is losing time because members, they wait for formal email approvals before resolving small issues. That is the biggest problem. So let's go through the answers now. Increase formal approvals for every minor issue. So the moment you increase formal approvals, which is what they're complaining about, is going to increase the problems again. So making this one incorrect answer. Create clearer working agreements and also decision boundaries. This one makes sense. You are creating something that is very clear, okay, in terms of working agreements. C, stop using team ceremonies. You cannot stop using team ceremonies. Agile ceremonies are very important in every environment, making this one incorrect answer, okay? Then D, ask the project manager to solve all issues personally. The project manager is not a subject matter expert, so is not expected to be solving problems. So making B the correct answer. You need to create a clearer working agreement and also decision boundaries. That will help this situation where the approvals, the team is waiting for approvals, which are also taking long. So what is our practice guide reference? Is the charter, the project, and the team, which is page 47 to 49. And what does the guide say? It says it discusses team charter, working agreements, and ways to support collaboration. You should always be supporting collaboration in your team. All right. And the best mindset to use here is to create agreements that enable fast and also a responsible decision making. This is the best mindset. Always create agreements that are going to enable decision making very fast. And making B the best answer because working agreements and authority boundaries, they reduce friction also and delay. So B is the best answer in this scenario. Practice question number 13. The team's velocity dropped from 2 iterations. What should the Agile project manager do first? So team velocity is how much they can do in an iteration. So we are hearing that it has dropped for 2 iterations. So there must be a problem. Team velocity must be increasing, which is how much work they can carry or they can do, how many points they can do in an iteration. So what should the Agile project manager do first? Number 1 is to punish the team for poor performance. Never punish the team in every environment. Try to understand why the velocity is going down, making this one incorrect answer. B, use the retrospective and data to inspect causes and improve. This makes sense. Retrospective is a meeting which is going to be done by the Agile team to try to see what can be done better, what can be improved, the do's and the don'ts. So this one makes sense. C, tell stakeholders the team is failing. Telling stakeholders that the team is failing does not help this situation, so it cannot qualify as an answer. D, increase the estimates of every story. You still need to understand why is it the velocity is going down, especially for the last 2 iterations, making this one incorrect. So the best answer here is actually B. Use the retrospective and data to inspect causes and also to improve. This is very important. Retrospective are going to tell you what exactly is happening, what is causing this velocity to drop, especially in the last 2 iterations. So the project manager must do first is to use the retrospective to understand why is it there's that drop. Then our practice guide reference is going to be retrospective and measurements, which is on page 50, 65 also to 68. And what does it say? The guide uses retrospectives and agile measurements to support improvements rather than to blame people. Then what is the mindset? The mindset is to inspect, okay? You also need to learn and also need to adapt without any blame to anyone. Making B the best answer because Agile data should trigger learning conversations and also improvement actions. Making B the best answer. Practice question number 14. The customer is unavailable for reviews but still expects the product to meet their needs. What should the project manager emphasize? So we have a customer who is not being available for reviews, okay? All right. So the first answer A is customer collaboration is needed throughout delivery. Makes sense. The team should guess what the customer wants. The team cannot guess what the customer is supposed to provide to the team, what is supposed to be done. Then the final acceptance is enough feedback. Customers must be involved throughout. That is why in an agile environment or methodology, you have review meetings to involve the customer, making this one incorrect. Customer involvement slows agile. You need customer involvement because remember, you're producing value for the customer. So you need customer involvement, making this one incorrect. So the best answer here is A. Okay. So you need to emphasize to the customer because it's not available. The customer is not available for reviews. You need to emphasize the collaboration that is needed throughout the project for delivery. And our practice guide is going to be on Agile Manifesto, which is on values, demonstrations, reviews, which is also on page 8 to 11 and 57. It emphasizes customer collaboration, frequent reviews of delivered increments. So you must have explained to the customer to collaborate on this. Then mindset is collaboration reduces rework because you're getting feedback instantly. So making B the best answer because Agile depends on ongoing customer inputs to validate direction and also value, making A the best answer. Practice question number 5. An executive asks for a fixed scope, fixed date and cost and unlimited change. What should the Agile project manager do? This is very interesting. So we have an executive who is asking for a fixed scope, fixed date, fixed costs, and also unlimited change. So A, accept the constraints without discussing trade-offs. You cannot just accept the constraints like this. You need to discuss the trade-offs. So making this one incorrect. Explain the trade-offs and use prioritization to protect value. This is very important. Once you see value in Agile methodology, that is very, very important. Let's go on. C, promise the team will work weekends. Don't overwork your team in a project environment. So this cannot be an answer. Remove quality practice to meet the date. Okay? So once you remove quality, you're going to affect the type of product you're going to produce. So this cannot be the answer. Making B the best answer in this scenario. You need to explain trade-offs and use prioritization to protect value. So whatever the fixed cost, the fixed date, and the scope that the executive is asking for, you still need to explain the trade-offs if we go for that. So the Agile Practice Guide is on the life selection and also value delivery, which is on page 15 and also 52. What does it say? It supports tailoring, prioritization when uncertainty and change are also present. And the best mindset in this scenario is to use transparency and trade-offs. Do not pretend everything will be fixed. That's a bad mindset if you do that. So you have to use transparency and trade-off. So B is the best answer because Agile manages uncertainty by prioritizing value and also making constraints. All right. So making B the best answer. Practice question number 16. The team identifies a better technical solution that changes the original plan but improves maintainability. What should the project manager do? Okay. So let's start with our problem statement. The team is identifying a better technical solution that changes original plan but improves maintainability. All right. So let's go through the answers now. A, reject it because the plan cannot change. This is an agile environment, so you also need to analyze and understand this. Then B, facilitate evaluation with the product owner and team. I like this one. Facilitate. You're bringing the team together to try to evaluate to get more understanding of the solution. Okay. Approve it secretly without stakeholder. So if you do something in a secret way, it's not best ethical way of doing things in project. So making this one incorrect. You're supposed to be transparent and honest. D, ask the sponsor to choose the technical design alone. The sponsor is not supposed to choose the technical design. It's supposed to be done by the team. Making B the best answer in this scenario. You need to facilitate evaluation, okay, of this technical solution. You need to facilitate evaluation because it's also going to change the plan that you had. So practice guide reference is going to be responding to change and also continuous technical excellence, which is page 8 up to 11. And what does it say? Agile mindset supports change, technical excellence, and also team-based decision, not sponsor-based decision. So what is the best mindset here? You need to adapt responsibly when learning reveals a better path. So when you discover that something can be done in a better way, you also need to adapt responsibly. Then B, making B the best answer because agile teams, they evaluate change transparently and also they balance value, quality, and also impact, making B the best answer. Practice question number 17. A product owner is absent and the backlog is unclear. The team, they want to start anyway to stay busy. What should the agile project manager do? Okay, what is our problem statement here? We have a product owner who is absent, okay? And also the backlog is still unclear. The team, they want to start. Okay, so let's go through the answers now. Start random work to keep utilization high. This is not how you work in an agile environment. You work on best value, not random, making this one incorrect. Help clarify backlog items and restore product owner engagement. This makes sense. Product owner owns the backlog. So if you engage them, then it makes sense. C, cancel all upcoming ceremonies. You don't cancel ceremonies because the product owner is absent. So making this one incorrect answer. Let developers select only their favorite work. Prioritization is done by the product owner and not by developers. So making B the best answer. So you want to help to clarify the backlog items and also you want to restore product owner engagement, which is very, very important in an agile environment. So what is the agile guide reference here? Backlog preparation, refinement, and also agile roles, which is on page 52 and also on 38 to 42. And what does it do? It emphasizes clear backlog preparation, defined roles, and also effective agile delivery. And the best mindset that you could use in this particular scenario is you do not confuse business with value delivery. So business and value delivery is actually totally different two things. So B is the best answer because unclear backlog items, they create waste and they also reduce the chances of delivering value. So you should make sure that each time you are working on an agile environment, you have the backlog is very clear, prioritized by the product owner, making B the best answer in this scenario. Practice question number 18, which is also of difficulty of medium, is a stakeholder keeps asking for detailed long-range estimates to highly uncertain features. What is the best agile response here? Okay, so what is our problem statement? We have a stakeholder who is keeping asking for detailed long-range estimates for highly uncertain features. Okay, that's the problem. So let's go through the answers now. Provide exact estimates and guarantee them. There is no way you can, if it's an estimate, you cannot guarantee unless if you have got enough evidence for this, making this an incorrect answer. Use progressive elaboration, short feedback loops, and transparent uncertainty. I like this. Progressive elaboration is the more you get deeper into the project, the more you do main activities of the project, the more most of these activities becomes very clear. Okay, so let's go to C. Refuse the estimate and refuse to estimate anything. You don't refuse anything in a project environment. Try to understand where it's coming from. So making this one incorrect answer. Hide uncertainty so that the stakeholders they feel confident. You don't hide anything in a project. Always be transparent and also honest. So making B the best answer in this scenario. So the stakeholder is asking for detailed long-range estimates, okay, for uncertain, highly uncertain features. So you need to use progressive elaboration. The more you get information, the more you can plan better. The more you can even execute the project better. Also feedback loops to understand if the communication is happening properly and also what you're producing, is it giving what you want. Then also transparent uncertainty on the risk side. Then the Agile Practice Guide is also definable and also highly uncertain work. So you can go to page 15 to 17 on this. What does it say? It explains that uncertainty work benefits from exploration and also feedback and also adaptation. All right? So the best mindset that you could use here is to be transparent about uncertainty and also learn in small steps. This is very important. If there's something that is uncertain, you also try to learn it in small steps. So B is the best answer because Agile, it avoids false certainty and also improves focused through learning, making B the best answer. Practice question number 19, also of medium difficulty. The team finishes main tasks, but the stakeholders, they do not see a business outcome, okay? What should the Agile project manager refocus the team on? So our problem statement is we have a team that has finished many tasks, okay? But the stakeholders, they do not see the business outcome. So A, output and utilization only, okay? So I'm making sense. Let's see. Output, okay, let's go back again to the question. What should the Agile project manager refocus the team on? Output and utilization. No. This one, you cannot focus on output and utilization. This cannot be the answer in an Agile environment. You focus on the value. Customer value, okay, outcomes, and also validated increments. This makes sense now because you have got value to the customer. Then B, the number of meetings completed. No, this cannot be the answer. The amount of documentation, you don't use documentation to measure progress. So making B the best answer in this scenario. So B is our best answer. So what is our practice guide reference? We are referring to delivering an agile environment value measurement, which is also on page 60 to 68. And it links agile delivery and measurement to working product results and also value, right? So the best mindset here is outcomes matter than activity. This is a very important mindset in an agile environment. You don't focus more on activity, focus more on the outcome that you're going to produce, making B the best answer. Because PMP agile thinking focuses on value, validated outcomes, okay, and not just volumes, making B the best answer in this scenario. Practice question number 20. A team retrospective identifies a recurring delay caused by slow approval process outside the team. The sponsor says the team should just be more agile. What should the project manager do? Okay. So what is our problem statement? We have a retrospective identification of a recurring delay. Okay. So we have a delay there. This is classified as hard. Okay. There's a delay or slow approval. Okay. So this is a problem that we have. Let's go through the answers now. A, tell the team to ignore the approval process. You cannot ignore anything in a project. You need to confront project issues. Okay. Right. And then B, work with stakeholders to remove the organizational impediments or adjust the flow. I like the word work with stakeholders, so we leave this one for now. So you want to remove impediments. Then B, stop conducting retrospectives. Retrospectives in an agile environment, they are mandatory. So you cannot stop doing retrospectives. So making this one an incorrect answer. Then D, blame the team for not adapting fast enough. In a project environment, don't try to blame the team. Try to work with the team, collaborate with the team, product owner or anyone, any stakeholder in the project to try to understand what the problem is all about. So this cannot be the answer. So the best answer in this scenario is B, okay? Remember, we have a slow approval process. That is outside the team, which means someone else outside is approving. The sponsor is also saying the team should just should be more agile. So you need to work with stakeholders to remove organizational impediments or even adjust the flow. So be the best answer in this scenario. And what is our agile reference? Troubleshooting challenges and organizational considerations. Okay, so this is what we have, and it is on page 62 to 67. So what does it say? The guide recognizes that agile success depends on addressing team and also organizational impediments. So you need to address organizational impediments. And the best answer in this scenario is agility requires system level improvements and not just a slogan. So this is very important. If there's a process or there's a system or procedure that is slowing down the team in an organization, you also require to improve it so that the team can be as fast as possible. So making B the best answer in this scenario, because some impediments, they require leadership action beyond the team's boundaries. So if the impediments are organizational, you might find that the team might not be able to remove the impediments, but you might require senior management or leadership for you to remove those impediments, making B the best answer in this scenario. If you want me to create more videos based on what we have covered in this video, you can reach out to me or you can let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.